Good morning. Welcome to the first Sunday service of the Fitness Church, where we talk about truth about fitness and how to get it. So this morning we are doing L-sits for likes while we preach the gospel of hard work. So if you want to hop in, if you want to see some L-sits, this is basically what we're doing today. We're going to get onto our pull-up bar and we're going to get into an L-sit. What I'm trying to do is get the foot leg above the hip and hold there. We're going to do 5 seconds for one like. Hopefully that's realistic. I don't know if maybe I'll put this here. You can see me. You see that time? Look at that. That's perfect. All right. Good morning, Jody. You can't sleep. You were sleeping? It's not what we're doing. All right. I can see that. I had to redo the stream because I had it set up wrong, so here we are. Okay, so maybe as a warm-up, we'll just get into a hang here. Wait till some people show up. And we'll talk. We'll hang. We'll breathe. Hopefully some people show up. Good morning. Good morning. So what I'm thinking here for the Fitness Church, outside of the L-sits that we're going to do, is we're going to talk about hard work. We're going to talk about how our lives are up to us. And really, we've only got one, and they're pretty short. I think we get caught up. No, I watched Spencer. No, I'm just stretching. Are you watching some Rogue this morning, Jody? Maybe switch up the grip here a little bit. Get into a palms in hang. The girls are definitely all up in the other room. You may hear a little bit of that as we go here. So, haven't tuned in yet. Did you watch any yesterday, Jody? Might even get some burpees here. Stay warm. Just gonna keep her warm a little bit. All right, there's other people here. We are here doing L-sits for likes. We don't have any yet, but if you put a like on there, I will hold a 5-second L-sit while we start talking about how you've only got one life and you better start moving because your goals aren't going to achieve themselves. So we are all about personal accountability here on the 5 a.m. Squat Club, right? If you've got a goal, what are you waiting for? If you haven't started working on it, let's go. You got 14 people here. Click that like button and I will do some L-sit hangs or hanging L-sits for you. Good morning. This is the 5 a.m. Squat Club. If you haven't been here before, we are here every morning at 5 a.m. making progress in our lives with our fitness, with our goals. We do functional fitness executed at high intensity, and we change the workout every day. We're building a community of people who work out together, push each other to be the best versions of themselves through fitness, accountability, progress. Click that like button. I'll give you an L-sit. I had some people there. Nobody liked. Come on, put a like on there. We'll give you an L-sit. Maybe I'll get a couple pull-ups while we're waiting, while we're warming up. Click that like button. Click those reactions at the bottom. Let's do some work here. Come on, click that like button. I want to do one. I'm getting bored. So, if you are not where you want to be in your life, it's time to start making changes. It's time to start going to bed earlier, getting up earlier, making better food choices, making sure that, your stress is under control because stress kills. It's actually incredible. People, some people will work out and they don't care for their food, they don't care for their stress, they don't care for their sleep, and they wonder why they don't make progress. All right, we got a like, so I'm going to get a 5-second L-sit, hanging L-sit here. I'm going to do my best. I don't know how many we have in here today, so we'll see how it goes. So 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. One like, one L-sit. I'll do a 5-second L-sit for every like that we get while we preach the Fitness Church gospel. which includes constantly varied functional movements executed at high intensity. But maybe more importantly than that is having goals, right? Looking at your life and asking yourself, what's missing? You know, if I get to the end of this and I haven't achieved these things, is it going to be a fulfilled life? Am I going to be happy with where I've gotten to? Or am I going to have regrets? Am I going to have missing things that I'm going to be unhappy about at the end of this? So we are all about defining those goals, finding your perfect day through, close your eyes and imagine, what does your perfect situation look like? Who are you with? When do you wake up? What does it look like, smell like? Where are you? And then take that picture and just move towards it, right? We get caught up in this, like there's so many opportunities, there's so many things, and as a result, we freeze and we do none of them. Hey, welcome to 5 a.m. Squat Club. If you hit the like button, I'll get a 5-second hanging L sit for you while we preach the gospel of the 5 a.m. Squat Club. Good morning, Jesse. We are here every morning at the 5 a.m. Squat Club, constantly varied functional movements executed high intensity, and we do it with the community. So we are all here working out together to make progress, our fitness, our goals, our lives, and not get too caught up in the system, to be honest. So if you want to put a like on there, I'll give you another 5-second hanging L sit. We're up to 1. So I've done a full 5 seconds of hanging L sit here so far. I'm getting a little bit cold, so if you want to put a like on the stream, we can get a little more work done here. Maybe I'll get a couple burpees while we're waiting. Please smash that like button, and you'll get some hanging L sits from me. Smash that like button. If you have questions about health, fitness, life, whether I can answer the life ones or not, I'll do my best for the health and fitness. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. And we're doing hanging L sits for likes. So there we go. We got another like. So you're going to get another 5-second L sit hang. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. You got an extra slow count there because I'm getting a little cold. So smash the like button. We'll do some more hanging L sits. And if you are someone who is looking to get in shape, there are so many different programs out there, so many different things online that you can follow. And the right program is the one that you're going to do. So yeah, we've got a fantastic workout here that we do every morning. But if you're going to do nothing, so if this is too intimidating for you, which it shouldn't because we scale to any level and it's accessible to anybody, but if it is intimidating, then start with what you're going to do, right? Start with whatever it is, whether it's some kind of yoga program or walking. Start where you are, make progress, right? If you only look at the distance between you and your ultimate goals, it's overwhelming. It's scary because it can be so far, which it should be because you should have big goals. Whereas if you start the process, if you start taking the steps towards that thing, you forget about how far off you are. You just worry about the step in front of you. And that's the only way to make that progress. Click the like button and we will do some hanging L sits. So what I'm saying here is you have the opportunity to be anything you want, to get anywhere you want in your life, as long as you define it and then you take the steps. It's literally as easy as that, as long as you do it. Come on, hit that like button. If you're watching here, click the like button, and we are doing hanging L sits. I'll do a 5-second hanging L sit for every like on the stream. So take the steps, start the process, and then what you'll see is that progress builds momentum, right? Every step you take, you start to believe in the person that you are becoming and that you are someone who's going to be able to reach those goals. There's another like. All right, we're going to get another 5-second hanging L sit. If you guys hit the like button there, put a bunch more on here, you're going to make me work harder. But we'll go right here for our third like. Just looking for 5 seconds. Feet above the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. If we can get some more likes on there, you can make me work harder. But we are here just trying to preach the word, right? Trying to motivate people who are stuck, potentially, right? If you are not on track to your fitness goals, to your life goals, it's as simple as just setting that alarm and getting up. That being said, there's a balance there. If you set your alarm and then you get up and press snooze, that's worse than not setting your alarm at all, in my opinion. What you're doing there is you're teaching yourself that that goal that you set to get up early and work wasn't that important, and that you could just kind of brush it off and it wouldn't make a big deal. But the more times you do that, the more you start to believe that I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy that can hold my promises to myself, because I'd rather be comfortable. I'd rather sleep in and not push it and not make that progress, because sleeping in is never going to do it. You're never going to reach your goals by staying in bed. And I'm not taking away from sleeping, right? Get into bed, sleep well, get in early. But whatever time you set that alarm for is you're telling yourself, hey, I'm going to do something at that time. I'm going to make sure that my life starts then. And then in the morning, when it's tough and you press the snooze button, you've lost, right? The saying, you snooze, you lose, was probably written before snooze buttons existed, but it's absolutely true. Jason, good morning. Welcome back. All right, team, 11 people on here. Let's get some likes. If you click that like button, I will do a 5-second hang L sit. If we get 2 in a row, then I'll try to get 10 seconds. So hit the like button. Come on, there are people in here. Hit that like button and we will do some more work. But in the meantime, we are talking about consistency, accountability. We could talk about food if you want. There's another like. All right, we got one more. We're going to get another 5-second hanging L sit here. Feel free to hit that again and you can make me work harder. So we're getting in here. I'm going to try to get my feet up above my hips and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. So that's a total of 20 seconds or so far. We're not working that hard today. That's okay. I want to go to sleep. Not going to happen. I'm stretching. Good job, Jody. So hit that like button. We'll do some more work, some more hanging L sits. And maybe during the meantime, we'll talk about food. We'll talk about how I think most people know what healthy food means. Right? I don't think there's a whole lot of discussion. Really, you'll hear discussion about processed foods and this, but I don't think there's many people that believe that that's healthy to eat. So really, your health, which obviously is tied to your nutrition, is just about your discipline. Right? Are you disciplined enough to choose the foods that support your goals and to resist those that don't, that support the opposite? Here, we got another like on here. I'm going to get another 5 seconds, and then I'm going to blab more on that. So every like we get, I'm going to do a 5-second hanging L sit. We're at 5 right now. We've done 4 times 5 seconds already. Here's another one. Feet up above the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We'll do one more 5-second hanging L sit for every like we get. Veteran Fitness, good morning. How you doing? Check out Veteran Fitness's channel, by the way. And Veteran, give us a like and I'll give you another hanging L sit. But so this idea of nutrition, right? There really isn't a lot of debate. People know what's good, what's not. We just choose it. We're just not disciplined enough. Our goals don't motivate us enough, or our goals aren't strong enough, or our why isn't strong enough to make that change towards a healthier option, a healthier life, better food choices. So if your nutrition is not on, and really nutrition is everything, right? If you're not reaching your goals fitness-wise and you're working hard, it's because your food is off. Your food or your sleep or your stress or the factors that allow you to be healthy are not all there. It's a holistic picture, right? You can't just work out or just eat healthy or just sleep well or just work on your stress, right? For you to be the best version of yourself, it's all going to be in line. It's all got to be there. Good morning, team. If you want to hit that like button, I will give you a hanging L-sit for 5 seconds. There's another one. All right, we're at 6. Come on, guys. Smash that like button. Let's get some more. I'm going to give you 5 seconds here for every one. So here you go for the 6th like. We're going to go feet above the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. So we are talking health and fitness this morning while we do some hanging L-sits for likes. This is the 5 a.m. Squat Club. Every morning we get up here and work hard at 5 a.m. I've got a farm, I've got a business, I've got kids, and if I'm gonna reach my goals fitness-wise, I've got to carve out time. You hear all the time people saying, I'm gonna do that when I have time or when I'm ready or when the opportunity arises. Let me just come close to tell you that that's never gonna happen. Right? Your goals will not achieve themselves. Time will not become available. That's not how it works. You need to carve it out. You need to make it happen. If you are going to get that thing, carve it out. So for me, 5 a.m. is when it happens because those girls wake up pretty early. And if I'm going to achieve my goals, I'm going to set the example that I'm going to do it before they're up because I want to be able to spend that time with them afterwards. Hit that like button and I will do more hanging L-sits for you. 5 seconds per like. Hit the like button. There's people watching. You might as well hit that like button. Veteran Fitness. Hell yeah. Danny Ella. Good morning. Kid. I don't know what that means, but thanks for showing up. Thanks for paying attention. Let's get a like on there and I will do some work for you. We're whoring for likes a little bit this morning while we preach the gospel of hard work, discipline, dedication. All right, we got one. Sunny, good morning. Hit the like button and I will give you a hanging L-sit for 5 seconds for every like we get. So this is for number 7. I'm going to go feet above the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. So we're up to 35 seconds of work so far. It's pretty tough. It's not that bad, to be honest. But if you want to make me work harder, click that like button. I see there are people watching. If you want to see me work, hit the like button. We'll do a 5-second hanging L-sit for every like we get. And talk about discipline. Talk about the 5 a.m. Squat Club, where if you want to change your life, if you want to get fit, if you want to reach your goals, if you want to change, join us every morning in the 5 a.m. Squat Club because we are here doing constantly varied, meaning that the workout is different every day, functional movements, meaning movements that you're going to do in real life. You are not going to come in here and see me doing a set of bicep curls. It's not going to happen. It's going to be squats and deadlifts and presses and burpees and pushing and pulling and real life shit every day with you guys if you want to join us. Can you do 2 pull-ups for me? Danny, if you click that like button, I'll do pull-ups for you for sure. Hit that like button. Let's get to 8. Click the little reactions at the bottom. You can do the heart, the smiley face, the cornucopia. I don't know what that is. Whatever. Danny, can you play my name again? I'm not sure what that means, but you know what? I'm gonna do a pull up for you anyways. There we go. We got 8 likes. So I'm gonna do. Listen. I'll do this. I'm gonna do. Well, we'll see if we can combo it. So I'm gonna see if I can do a L-sit pull up for you here, Danny. So we're going to get into our L-sit. Oh, god damn. And pull. Oh, that is no joke. And then we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got extra there, man. That's not... I don't have that. That was not in my normal capacity. That was a new challenge. But I do it for you. Ideally, this is a little bit of motivation, but really yeah, that was hard. This is really about showing you guys that there's a program that we run every morning at 5 a.m. that you can come join us and create whatever level of fitness you want. We work hard with intensity, functional movements, and we change it up every day. So come join us sometime, and if you want to see me do some work here, click the like button, and I will do some hanging L-sits. I might do other stuff if you have requests, as long as it's fitness related. Danny says, how old are your kids? They are about 18 months and 3.5. We've got 2 little girls. I am a first-generation farmer. I've been a fitness guy my whole life. I own a CrossFit gym, have done that since 2012. I've coached military, police, elderly, kids, athletes, normal people, and 4 years ago became a farmer because I don't trust the food system, so we raise all of our own protein. We raise sheep, cattle, chickens, eggs, and I've got an orchard so that I don't have to rely on our crappy broken food system for my health and for the health of my family. Well, at the same time, every morning we get up here and we do constantly varied functional movements executed high intensity for the best possible results in the shortest amount of time. All right, we got another like. I'm doing hanging L-sits for likes here, 5 seconds per like. We got another one on there, so let's get after it. I'm gonna get on the bar, get the feet above the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go, we're up to 9. Jabes, good morning, how are you doing? Hit that like button and I'll give you some more L-sits. If you want, I could do, push-ups, pull-ups. What else could we do here? Some burpees. I mean, I could grab some other stuff if you're really excited about it, but hit that like button and let us do a little bit more work. Post your questions in the chat if you want to talk about eating meat, maybe why you shouldn't eat so many plants. We could talk about health. We could talk about the medical system and how it is broken. Talk about whatever. Buddha, good morning. Namaste in background. Hope everyone is doing great. So it's Sunday. And just because it's Sunday doesn't mean you should take the day off. Right? Every Sunday, 5 a.m. on the 5 a.m. Squat Club, we do an active recovery session. We finished that up about, an hour and a half ago. Not an hour and a half ago. About 45 minutes ago. And we're getting ready for the week, right? We move every morning at 5 a.m. so that we maintain routine and discipline. I think we got another like there. I think we lost one and then we got one back. So I'm going to give you another hanging L-sit. We're doing 5-second hanging L-sits for every like we get on this stream while we try to preach the 5 a.m. Squat Club gospel. So here we go, feet above the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed to the channel, we're here every day. Danny says, how old are you? Don't worry about being rude. I am 41. I've been working in the fitness industry basically since I was 16, so it's been 25 years. And we got another like, so I'm going to give you another hanging L-sit for 5 seconds here. Click that like button if you want to see me work some more. You can even choose an exercise if you're really into it. Well, let's go here. Let's get another one. I'm going to get my feet up above my hips and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think I'm counting slow too to give you a little bit extra. But there you go. We're working for likes, but at the same time, we're trying to promote this program. Every morning, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we get up and we start by priming our minds. Understand that most of us stare at our phones and we're chasing different stimuli throughout the day that are not our own goals or our own intentional processes. So we start every morning with a little bit of breath work and some what we call mental reps to make sure that our thoughts are what we want and we're dictating the course of our thoughts throughout the day. That didn't come out super smoothly, but you get the idea. If I choose the path that I take, I end up where I want to go. So we start every morning by priming the mind with our mental reps. We get up, we get warmed up, and then we've got a workout every day. It's between 10, 20 minutes of intensity. And then we've got some cool down. It's set for you every day. I've got many years of experience coaching this, so any questions or I've got scaling options, modifications for any fitness level, any experience level. Just join us. There's really no reason why not to. Let's see here. Adam, you're wearing black shorts. I'm wearing silver shorts. I'm sorry, Jabes. I only have so many pairs of gray shorts. If you want to see me do a little bit of work, click the like button. It says there are 35 people watching here and 10 likes. I'm sure you guys could smash that like button and make me do a little bit of work. I'm getting a little bit cold. Let's go. I'm shirtless and you're shirtless too. Shirtless army. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I want to join any army, but if it just involves exercise, I'm in. Jody says, everyone join us tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. You got it. Tomorrow morning's workout, I'm pretty sure, is Cindy. So it's an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 squats for 20 minutes. This is not the type of channel, except for these live streams, these vertical ones, not the type of channel that you hang out and watch. It's the type of channel that our morning routines, you follow along and you improve your fitness, you improve your life. So if that's intriguing to you, this is just the advertisement, right? These little vertical live streams are just to show you what we're doing. All right, we got a new one. I got another, now I've got another like. We are doing hanging L-sits for likes here, 5 seconds per like. So if you want to put another like on there, you can make me do some work. I will do other work if you want, if you've got a request. But here we're going to go feet above the hips. I'm going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So there's 11 so far. What's that? 55 seconds of L-sits. I want to get at least a minute in here. Let's click that like button again. Remember, KDL, good morning. How you doing, man? You got a workout going on today or taking it easy? Check out the Rogue Invitational live stream all day, day 3. Welcome to the 5 a.m. Squat Club. So, team, smash that like button. Let's get a few more reps in here so that I don't get cold. KDL says sore, tired, but still going. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Still going is the only way. All right, team, I'm getting cold. Give me a like. Give me a like. Let's do some work here. And remember, every morning on the 5 a.m. Squat Club, if you want to get in shape, if you want to learn about CrossFit, if you want to learn about functional movements executed at high intensity with a coach, with the ability to modify, scale, make sure you're doing it properly, and every day, just join us. We're here every day, 5 a.m., right? If you've got a busy life, you're never going to find the time to reach your goals, to reach your fitness, and do the things that are important to you. So that's why we're here every morning at 5 a.m. to make that progress, to carve it out, to ensure that whatever is important in your life is getting attention. Because if it doesn't, like, you're not going to get there. There's no way to achieve. Nobody is going to do it for you. And as simple as that sounds, think about it. You know, I work with a lot of people who don't like their jobs. And the thought to me of spending 30 years doing something that you don't like, it's like that's like a third of your life at least. You've only got one life. If you're unhealthy or you don't like your job or you don't like your situation, there's only one thing to do about it, and it's change. And it's as easy as setting that alarm, never pressing snooze when you do, but getting up and starting your day intentionally. That's what we're about here on the 5 a.m. Squat Club. This vertical live stream is all about drumming up a little bit of attention so that we can grow that community. This morning we are doing hanging L-sits for likes, and I just got another one, so I'm going to give you another 5 seconds of hanging L-sit for that like. Thank you very much for the likes. Keep hitting that like button and the reactions at the bottom of the chat. Here we go. So feet above the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we go. That's a minute so far. We've 12 likes times 5 seconds is 60 for a minute of work. But there are still, according to this, there are 32 of you watching. If you all 46 right now, if you all press the like button right now, you would make me do a lot of work. Probably an unrealistic amount of work for myself. But if you hit that like button, we will get a little more work going as we talk about the importance of you being intentional about your life and your time. It's crazy. It's crazy. You meet so many people that are just unhappy, that are not healthy, that are not happy with their lives. They're doing some job that they hate, and they're not making progress. And they wonder at the end of it, you look back at the end of your life, are you going to be happy? Are you going to be content with the goals that you've achieved and the things that you've done? People will ask, how do you just do the things that are important to you? So I've owned a gym since I was 27, since 2012. I've been a farmer now since 2021. And the way that I work is once I decide on something, once I say, hey, this is what I want my life to be, I just do it, right? And I know that's challenging for a lot of people, the idea of just making that change, but who else is going to do it for you? And if you don't do it now, when's it going to happen? Just think about that. We got another like. We are here doing hanging L-sits for likes to try to drum up a little bit of attention for the 5 a.m. Squat Club, which is a follow-along fitness program based on CrossFit every morning, Eastern Standard Time, 5 a.m. every day. So let's get another one. I got another like there. We are going 5-second hanging L-sits for every like. So hit that like button and I'll do some more work for you. Let's go straight leg, hip above the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. If you're not subscribed to the 5 a.m. Squat Club, do that as well, because we're here every morning at 5 a.m. with a new workout, constantly varied, meaning it's different workout every day. You're always keeping the body guessing, making sure that you're not getting stagnant. Functional movements, meaning you're not going to come in here and see me doing some bodybuilding, right? We're going to do different variations of gymnastics, weightlifting, powerlifting. If we are outside, maybe some running, but functional movements, those that are innate to our human existence and those that produce power, which is going to lead to the best results in the shortest amount of time. And then the other part of that, right, constantly varied functional movements, is intensity. So we make sure that when we're working, it doesn't look like this. This is not high intensity. This is a whole different thing. I am just aiming to get you guys to join us. It would be far higher intensity if you guys clicked the like button more and made me do some work. But generally, our regular morning sessions, which are not streamed vertically, high intensity is always the key. Intensity is power or work over time. So just think about the amount of work you do. If you take X amount of work and you do it in X amount of time, you get those results. If you take X amount of work and do it in half X amount of time, you get double the results. So simple as that if you take your workout and cram it into a shorter time, obviously maintaining good technique, you get fitter faster. So what we always aim to do is keep the intensity high. We make sure that we're doing a lot of work in a little bit of time, and that's what gets you results. So intensity combined with functional movements, combined with switching it up with that constant variance. And these are the principles of CrossFit, but it's what we're doing here every day. You're going to get the best bang for your buck fitness-wise. And then if you combine that with eating proper things, meaning, well, according to CrossFit, meat and veggies, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar. I'd probably take a little bit of veggies out there personally, but that's on me. Then you're going to get in the best shape of your life. Constantly varied, functional movements, executed high intensity, eat meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar. And, enjoy yourself a little bit. Try to decrease your stress. Try to get to bed early. Life health is pretty easy. Hit that like button, team, and we will do some work for you. Jabe says, what time is it? Jabe, there's a clock right here. Can you see that in the stream? I'm pretty sure that's on the stream. 6:54 a.m. Eastern Standard. We've basically been working for 2 hours almost here. We started at 5 a.m. with our regular session, which is a horizontal stream. It doesn't look like this. And then now we're whoring. We're whoring for likes. The Fitness Church Sunday service. I got another one here. So every like on the stream, and I'm going to do a 5-second hanging L sit. So we got one there, and I'm going for it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So we've got 14 times 5 is 70 seconds, a minute 10 so far of work. We did our active recovery session this morning in the 5 a.m. Squat Club regular session. Tomorrow is Cindy on the regular session. I got another like. We're going for another 5 seconds. Feel free to make me work as hard as you'd like here. Keep pressing that like button. Uh-oh, we got 2. All right, I'm going to try my best to do 10 seconds here. So feet coming up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right, maybe slow down on the likes. I'm just kidding. Smash that like button. Hit the reactions at the bottom right of your chat. If you want to choose something for me to do, feel free. I will do, well, any fitness movement that is within my capacity in this small space. Keep hitting that like button. We are here talking fitness, health, discipline, dedication, reaching your goals. We carve it out every morning at 5 a.m. We get out here and we work hard so that life is easy. Think about this. The more capacity you build, we get people that come in sometimes and say, hey, well, I don't have any desire to lift heavy. Why do I need to lift heavy? Think about this. When you lift heavy, you're building a certain capacity. You're building strength to be able to do a certain task. If your capacity for that task is here and your regular life activities require a capacity that is also there, you have zero buffer for safety or issue, right? If something goes wrong, you're screwed. Whereas if this is your daily requirements and this is your capacity up here, this is all buffer. This is all free space where this stuff is so easy because I have that capacity. So our goal is build the most capacity in a broad, general, inclusive fitness, then life is easy, right? I can go pick up new sports. I can get out on the farm and do work without issue. I can play with my kids, whatever I want. I've got the capacity to do so. I'm not frail, worried, weak, whatever it is. So hit that like button and I will do some work for you. Hanging L sits, 4 likes, 5 seconds per like. I think the handstand push-ups were more exciting for people, and we'll probably do more of those next Saturday. But hit the like button. I will do some work. Lifting bags of dog food or birdseed. Surely, fantastic, exactly. So one of the tasks that I have here on the farm is feeding our chickens. Their feed comes in a 55-pound sack. And if I don't have the capacity to lift, say, a 100-pound sack, that 55-pound bag could spell injury for me, right? So not only do I want to have the capacity above and beyond my daily requirements, but I also want to learn the techniques for doing so. So how do I pick up that sandbag? Do I do it in a safe way, and clean it to my shoulder with good technique? Or am I struggling with this thing because I don't have the technique and I'm potentially weak and I need to build capacity to do it? So fitness, if done right, will give you a buffer for safety in your life, in whatever physical tasks your life demands of you. And at the same time, just gives you the confidence that anything that you want to go and do is accessible, doable, safe, and fun. So come join us some morning on the 5 a.m. Squat Club. We are here every morning at 5 a.m. Doesn't look like this. This is just our vertical live stream in the morning. It's a nice formatted thing. You can always tell what we're doing. We've got scaling options, modifications. We talk nutrition. We talk discipline. We talk fitness. So we're going to do another 5 minutes or so. If you want to hit that like button, I'll do a little bit more work for you. Definitely got more people in this morning, but less likes. So maybe this was a little more boring for you, but we're going to be here at least Saturday, Sunday for the vertical live streams, but every single day at 5 a.m. on our horizontal, which is the main program where I'll coach you through it. We'll do it together. You should check it out. Come join us. All right. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, that'll allow you to see those regular 5 a.m. streams. Click the notification buttons. We're here every day making progress in our fitness, in our health, in our lives, in our mindset. Remember, I think this is kind of always my main takeaway, is that you've only got one life. And maybe it's just because I'm getting older that I'm starting to realize this, but it's not that long. And if you don't do the things that you want to do now, start them now, make that progress now, you're not going to get there. Nobody is going to achieve those goals for you if you don't take the action steps required to make it happen. I think my biggest fear in life is that I look back when I'm old and I haven't achieved the things that I want to achieve. Think about when you were young and you had goals. They were not, make it through the week and make it to the weekend. They were real. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a rock star, whatever it was big. What's happened to those goals? Where have they gone? I've got another like. I'm going to do 5 more seconds of hanging L sit. But the main takeaway here is that, don't live with regrets. Don't get to that place where you can no longer do things and regret the fact that you haven't done them. All right, I'm going to give you another hanging L sit here, another 5 seconds. We're doing one hanging L sit, 5 seconds per like on the stream. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Hit that like button. I'll do it again if you want. Jabe says, hi, Shirley. Fantastic. So I'm just going to keep reiterating it. First, join us every morning in the 5 a.m. Squat Club. And second, know what your goals are. Know what your perfect life picture looks like in your mind. When do you wake up? Who's around you? Where do you live? What does it smell like? What does your day look like? Do you go to work? How much time do you spend working? Where do you work? What is the perfect situation? Because if you look at your life now, are you happy with everything? Is it exactly what you want, or are there things missing? And if not, what are you waiting for? I know it sounds too easy. And maybe you've got barriers, but so does everybody. And know that if you don't take the steps, it's never going to happen. Nobody's going to do it for you. So take that decision, make that decision to start working towards those perfect day pictures in your mind. Another way to do it is think, hey, what don't I want in my life? What do I need to get rid of? What is the stimulus or a relationship or a action that I do that I need to get rid of? For my life to be better, what do I need to cut out? And how do I start working towards that? What I think is that we are happy, at least personally, only when we are making intentional progress towards our goals, towards our purpose. What is your purpose? If you haven't even thought about that, define that. Think about, what am I here for? What do I want to look back and be proud of at the end of this short life? Stephen Green, those flies are on you like stink, buddy. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thanks for showing up, man. Did you work out, Stephen? If you want to click that like button, I'll do some work for you. So, I don't even know if you're hating or if you're being legit, because there probably are some flies on here. I mean, I do live on a farm. We do have cattle. There are flies here, although it is getting pretty cool. So I think most of them are starting to slow down. There's a dead one over here, I think. Yeah. Either way, click that like button, man. You can't come in here and just talk shit and not click the like button. Make me do some work. Okay. But you know what? Coming up on 7:05. I think we've done a pretty good job here this morning. Before I run away, I will remind you one more time. Every single morning at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard, but feel free to watch the replay because it's always a great workout. We are on here on the 5 a.m. Squat Club, priming our minds, moving our bodies, creating intensity for our fitness, and then directing our attention towards making progress on our goals. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's every day. So if you want to make that change, it's really the cheat code. It is as simple as you setting your alarm, getting up, and joining us. I'll walk you through everything. We've got a supportive community. We are doing it together, but you have to make the decision to change. You have to tell yourself that this is the time that I'm going to start prioritizing my own shit, my fitness, my goals, my health, my life. So on that note, we got another like, so I will finish one more here. Jay Subi, pretty deep stuff here. Good to hear. Keep it up. From England, by the way. Jay, so you'd be joining us at like 10 a.m. I think you're probably 5 hours ahead. We're here every morning at 5 a.m. Not doing this. This is just me being a whore for some likes, trying to drum up some attention. But every morning we've got a full session. I don't know if you're familiar with CrossFit, but we do constantly varied functional movements executed at high intensity every day. I've been coaching for 25 years. I'll make sure that there's scaling options, modifications, whatever you need. But we prioritize our lives, right? We don't let it pass by. We take it seriously and we make progress. So I'm going to get another 5-second hanging L sit here for that last like. So I'll go feet above the hips for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And if you want to keep hitting that like button, I'll do a few more. But Jay Subi, if you want to join us sometime, we'd love to have you on the 5 a.m. Squat Club. As I'm saying, every morning. Tomorrow we're doing, I think, a 20-minute workout probably. It's called Cindy. 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 squats for 20 minutes. As many rounds as you can do. We'll talk technique. We'll talk about pacing. And we'll talk about how you can keep doing that every day to make progress. So I think we're going to call her here. There's another like on here. I'm going to give you one more at least before we run away. So we're going 5-second hanging L sit per like. So here's one more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. For the 19th, RM Coaching. Good morning, 5 a.m.ers. Hell yeah. How you doing? Hopefully everybody got a nice extra hour of sleep with daylight savings. But as I'm saying, every Saturday and Sunday, the plan is to do one of these vertical live streams after our main session, just to get a few more people starting to join us. So this is our, advertising time, call it. As you're scrolling through, if you get in here and this message resonates with you, the idea of taking accountability for your life, being responsible for your actions and your responses to the stimulus that come at you, the stimuli, then come join us. Okay, team, that is all for this morning. Thanks for showing up, spending a little bit of time, prioritizing your goals and your health. Tomorrow morning, 5 a.m., I'll see you for our regular session. Peace. You guys are awesome.